Hi everyone, this is Juwandano here. I just finished an event with an agency called widen, One Indonesian, and that's an interesting event. The point that I'm going to talk about from the event is the intercultural understanding. It is very interesting to note that the CEO of the company traveled extensively, and she shared with us several interesting stories about culture across countries all over the world. She said that when you work with Indian workers are very good at overestimating themselves. That means that when Indian workers are offered or are asked whether they can undertake a project, their answer will be, yes, I can do that. Whether they can really do that or they can't, it's another matter. But when asked like that, their answer will be, yes, I can do that, very confidently. Yeah. So according to this CEO, we Indonesians have to adopt that kind of a self-confident style. We have to be confident that we can do the jobs, that we can do what the customers ask us to do. Yeah. Whether you can really do that or whether you have to desperately search for the ways to do that, that's probably another matter. But when you are asked by someone whether you can do a certain project or not, then you have to answer confidently, yes, I can do that. Yeah. Yes, I can do that. Can you do this project? Yes, I can do that. Yes, I will find ways to do that. Yeah. Things like that. That's a very confident response. Yeah. So that's typical of Indian workers, which probably explains why they are so prominent, yeah, outside their country, why they are well known as smart and confident workers, yeah, in global companies. And then the second one is about workers from Korea. Now, Korean people respect the elderly, respect their seniors a lot. So when you work with Korean people and you know that there are some seniors there, it is better to show that you respect them, yeah, that you respect them properly. Yeah. Also in Korean companies, it is not quite common to go home after the clock strikes 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. If you do this, if you go home directly after the working hours is over, then they would say that, oh, you are being lazy, you're just lazy. Yeah. They expect you to work extra hard. They expect you to work over the office hours. Yeah. Even when they have finished their work, they sometimes gather together and they will eat and drink, yeah, quite possibly wine or soju, yeah, or those kinds of alcoholic beverages, yeah, and then they will chat there. They will have a discussion. They will chat, yeah, things like that. Okay, so the third one is about workers in China. When you work for Chinese companies, don't be surprised. Don't take it personal when they get angry to you. They many times get angry over small things or over works which have not been done properly. They will get angry. They will get mad at you. But after a while, then they will be calmer and the relationship, and they can get along with you again as if nothing had happened. Yeah, so it's quite usual for people in China to get angry with each other, to get mad with each other, but after a while they will settle down and they will remain calm. They'll come back calm and they will improve, or they will just get along as usual. Yeah. So these are small cases, these are small incidents, but nevertheless, this opens our eyes to how people from different countries behave, how people from different cultures behave. And if you are not familiar with that, then we lack the broad view of those people across the countries. Because now it is very important for you, especially if you are young, to not only work in domestic areas, but it's quite possibly that you have to expand your work, you have to work in a foreign country, and you'll meet people of a different culture, different cultural background, and things like this might happen. And if you are not prepared, then you will be surprised. You'll be surprised, or you'll even stress out that encounter, and it's not good for you. So it's good for us to know this kind of anecdotes, this kind of illustrations, these cases, showing how people from different cultures behave in the workplace. Yes, one easy way to learn about another culture is to go to Google and then type do's and don'ts while in Korea, for example, or do's and don'ts while in Britain. Okay, so just a short, a brief speech or a brief advice from me. I hope this will give you something to think about. Yeah, and that's it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you again in my next episode. Goodbye.